Georgia has just won their second national championship in a row, going 15-0, absolutely routing TCU 65-7, winning 29 of their last 30. So what does this mean for college football? Does this mean that Georgia is the new Alabama? I don't think so. And it's now, if you've been here for a while, you know I'm an Alabama fan, but I'm saying this unbiasedly. When you look at what Georgia has been able to accomplish the last 2 years, there's been tons of other teams that have won national championships back to back, specifically Alabama 2011 2012. And when you look at what Alabama did in 2011 2012, for those of you that are saying Georgia is the new Alabama, Alabama won those two in 2011 2012, right? Well, they also won in 2008 or 2009, whatever you want to classify that championship as. Then they went on and they won again. And they won again. And then they won again. And they won again, right? So that's what Georgia has to do in order to become the new Alabama. You have to sustain success. In my opinion, Georgia's the new Clemson. Clemson won a championship, lost a championship, won a championship. That's ultimately in where Georgia is right now. Georgia's only beat Alabama like once in the last 5-6 games, something like that. They lost a bunch of SEC championships in a row. They lost in 2020, I think, or 2019 when they came to Tuscaloosa. Georgia still has a long way to go to be the new Alabama. It's not a bad thing. You're a really, really good program. You had a really, really good team last year. You have a really, really good team this year. Now, a lot of people were saying that last year was a rebuilding year for Alabama. This year was a rebuilding year for Georgia. That's what's scary. You lost 15 freaking guys to the NFL draft, and you still went 15-0 and won the national championship. You look at their season next year. They should probably go 11-1, 12-0, win the East, and be in this position again. Now, in 2024 and 2025, they're pretty much going to be in the playoffs every year. Same with Alabama, probably Clemson, Ohio State, Michigan. Like 2024 and 2025, everybody's going to make it in. So we're not even going to talk about that. We're talking about pretty much this year, 2023. Can they come back and repeat? I think they can. Do I think they will? I don't think so. I think being able to win two in a row is incredibly difficult. I mean, they were a kick away from losing in the semifinal game, and then they win by 58 or whatever in the national championship. That's absurd. It's absolutely incredible. Can they do it again? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. Obviously, I mean, this is the morning after the national championship. It's hard to say if Georgia can go win three in a row. If they win three in a row, do I think they do it undefeated? Absolutely not. But when you look at, like, oh, who's going to stop them next year, it's a little too early to say. I mean, Alabama's going to have to break in a new quarterback. Ohio State's losing their quarterback. Caleb Williams and USC are coming back, but I don't know that they have what it takes to truly win the national championship. You lost to Utah twice in the same season, then you lose to Tulane in the bowl game. I think you're losing Jordan Addison. You look at the Big 12. TCU going back? No. TCU will probably go about 9-3 next year, maybe 10-2. Like, there's no one that just stands out. Maybe Michigan. Blake Corum's coming back. Maybe Clemson. Clemson's going to have some good talent, and they're kind of slept on. They've had 2 down years. They'll probably find their way into the college football playoff next year. Penn State, maybe. I do like Penn State's chances to win it all next year, or at least make the playoffs. Now, they could be this year's Utah or last year's Iowa State. But, we'll have to wait to see. But let me know in the comment section how you guys think next year is going to plan out, what you thought of the 2022 season, and ultimately answer the question, is Georgia the new Alabama?